As we did this report, we talked to a lot of different organizations. We drew on case studies and found that PMOs are doing a lot of different things. I think first and foremost, parliamentary monitoring organizations are facilitating public awareness. So they are collecting information and sharing that information to facilitate awareness, knowledge, and engagement with their parliament by, again, collecting and disseminating information on legislative proceedings and performance. But it's not just an information function. PMOs are also using that information themselves to leverage it for collaboration, strengthening of the parliament, or for advocacy, again, to enhance the performance or to do some policy change. PMOs come in all different shapes and sizes, and they also have different functions and different objectives. PMOs aren't just there to criticize or point fingers when it comes to parliamentary performance, but we're finding a lot of innovation and a lot of new ways of working with parliaments. Often, I think in all the cases, we're finding that PMOs are collaborating with champions inside the parliament, whether it's members of parliament or staff within the parliament, collaborating, again, for the common good, for the good of the parliament, to strengthen and to defend parliamentary independence.
That has allowed us to be in spaces that we wouldn't have been allowed in before. And so that has put Latin America, I think, in the conversation in many places. If you don't have a network in your region, there are other spaces that you can be part of. But my also recommendation always is to exceed the national sphere and go and be participant on other spaces, either regional or global, and bring what is happening in your country so that everybody knows, not only can benefit from your examples, your workings, but also can add to the conversation on the problems that you have.
Not only have we benefited from building a network in Africa, but we have benefited from the network experience even in other places. And in the last decade, the effort that had been put into network building has shown some examples that are useful for us to share and to learn from. And I cannot help but see what the next decade will hold for us, when we meet again to have these conversations.
So we translate the data to the information, and also we try to describe why we use these indicators. And we use the indicators because they're more easier to understanding the performance. Maybe in the futures, I hope it's not that far, next year or the next 2 years, we can have another Asia PMO network.
From Albania to other countries, we see that the most civil organization in Albania, they are ready to work with us, and they have always the positive answer to be part of our action. The parliament must accept the monitoring system. So they are saying, guys, and it's very difficult to change the mind, but it's I think it's the process. It's as Maria said before, we must invest in political culture, in political dialogue.